Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. We're stepping into the Wayback Machine for this one, because the last time we recorded this, it practically made us sick.
Yeah, YouTube has this kind of auto-filter thing where it takes videos that it sees as very shaky and tries to autocorrect them by shifting the frame around so that objects remain stationary on screen, except that it doesn't really work for game footage because the shakiness is just the camera moving around. And, well, long story short, it kind of derailed our commentary. Now we're back we're back many days later.
I think it's been like a week, but no, I was gonna say it overcompensates horribly on all angles.
Yeah, it's just
it'll go up and from side to side, and it'll waver.
And especially with, well, what's to come, it's especially bad.
Oh yes, the upcoming zero gravity tunnels.
Pretty much.
But yeah, shit, I forgot how much contact energy I had. Holy crap. I literally just finished Dead Space 2 like a couple of days ago, like capturing all the footage.
Oh, really?
And I'm just realizing how disparaging the inventory is between Dead Space 1 and 2. I don't know. Well, I did up the difficulty, but I didn't think there would be that much of a difference. And so now I'm looking back on this on normal. I was like, wow, I really did have it easy. Also, I'm going to help you peer into the future, and I will say I will say fuck Chapter 13. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. But we're not talking about that anyway. We're talking about Chapter 12, Part 3, which I think that's the longest intro that we've done. Like a total of 2 minutes.
Well, it's not completely done yet because we have to say that we went back and to all the previous episodes that had the shaky cam and tried to correct it, right?
Well, that's the thing. Well, I went back and I corrected this one, and I was actually. It seemed like every time I tried to go back and check them, all the ones that were shaky weren't showing up like that. So I got to really go back and like with a fine-tooth comb and find which episodes it was, because Phil actually watched all the episodes after I posted them, and I don't specifically remember which ones were shaky.
I should have posted which ones.
Yeah, you probably should have commented on that because that would have helped greatly.
Right. I think I did the first time, but
yeah, I need to thumb through the comments again. But like you're the only one commenting on it, so
I mean,
if
you want me to, I can look through all the previous ones to find the shaky cams.
Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be great.
Have you bothered making a playlist for these videos?
I'm going to once I post all the stuff. I was actually waiting for Chapter 12 to get done before I made a playlist.
Why wouldn't you just make a playlist and kind of update it,
So I only have to take care of it once.
Damn you, Zero Gravity, I thought we were done with this.
No, we're not. We're back in the tumble dryer. With a leaper, it seems.
It's also really dirty in here, and should get a cleaner. So get to it, Isaac.
Isaac Clark, janitor.
You joke about that, but I really do want to see a game with it's like a horror movie thing, a horror movie spoof with a badass janitor.
Well, there's the Space Quest series, but I wouldn't really consider him a badass janitor.
Oh yeah, that's right, he was a janitor, wasn't he?
Yeah. In fact, usually the beginning of every one of the games was you having to clean up stuff.
The only thing I remember about those games is one of them gave you a giant middle finger, like towards the end of the game if this little minor event happened to you.
Oh, I think all of them had that.
Well, like
kind of characteristic of.
Well, no, I mean one specifically that I'm thinking of. I think it was Space Quest 2, maybe. I forget which one it was, but it's like a hallway with an alien chasing you, and like if it catches you,
burster.
Yeah, it gives you the chest burster, and you don't find out until like 2/3 of the way through the game because something happens to you, and then if that happened, you died.
See, I remember I've been watching long plays of a lot of the King's Quest games, and they also have a lot of BS like that. Now, for the life of me, I can't think of one very specifically, but
I recommend a guy named Paul Dugan.
Oh yes, his King's
for any of the King's Quest, Space Quest stuff, because he is excellent.
I'd recommend Retropre's long play commentary of, I think it's Queen Quest 6 or 7? No, I think
Paul did all of them.
Yeah, he pretty much did all of them. Even the sort of fan-made versions of the Space Quest. Resurgence or whatever it's called.
By the way, for those of you listening at home, what you're not hearing is the sound of me cannibalizing something like Phil probably thinks it is. But I am eating, so if you hear something, I'm totally barely paying attention.
I can't hear anything. Except for the screaming in my head.
No. Screaming in your head starts with Dead Space 2.
It says you. Starting right now.
Yeah, it's... I think I'm getting used to this, and then I see, more Necromorphs, and I'm like, not really.
Not so much.
Besides which, this place is still dirty.
I think, no.
You're being
dirty is underselling it. This is like...
This is... Well, aside from being multiple OSHA violations, this is also,
the space OSHA even exists anymore?
It's a picture of atrocities.
I believe war crime is
just dirty. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, my room is just dirty. This is just... That reminds me, I do need to clean this fucking thing up, but
I have some houses just as bad.
With what, body parts and blood everywhere? What are you talking about?
Well, actually, I have seen that, but it was a Halloween thing, so it was actually, it wasn't anything like we had to send the police there. He actually did have, blood smeared on the walls, except it wasn't really. It was that cornstarch and. Oh wait, no. Is it Karo syrup or cornstarch? I don't remember. It's that movie mixture that they use for like when they make a squib.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't actual blood, but it looked really, really. Well, God, I do not envy the guy who had to clean that up.
Assuming anybody did.
Oh no, they cleaned it up because I went there the next week and they cleaned it up. I just don't know how the hell they did it.
Oh no, I meant the. Oh, I thought you were referring to the Dead Space.
No, I'm referring to an actual thing that happened. That's an enhanced brute, by the way.
Yep.
Quickly, do something.
I will.
Screw you.
Well, I'm actually pretty sure that's what I said when I did that. But as it turns out, the thing can still move at full speed even with just one arm.
Okay. Hello, sir. That's good. I like it.
Yeah.
And we got a power now.
Ah, so he was the one all along.
Well, he must have ate the other ones, because that's only one power node. That fucker turned into a brute and ate all my power nodes.
Maybe he needed the power nodes to become a brute.
Well...
Sure, why not?
Actually, a brute is composed of multiple corpses, so probably not.
But maybe it's one corpse using the power of 3 power nodes.
No, I'm serious. That's exactly. They're literally a Frankenstein monster stitched together.
3 power nodes doesn't get you that much anyway.
Stop smashing my dream.
No, I think you
power nodes.
No,
I only have one body.
I think you're getting us confused with Logan smashing your dream of having more Spatula Con.
No, let's not. Let's not reference an episode of my Borderlands 2 LP that hasn't even been published yet. No one's gonna get that.
Nobody's gonna see this thing anyway. What are you worried about?
Watch
it's the principle of
Let's
the thing.
Play.
It's
Pointless plug.
It
wasn't even a plug.
Definition of pointless plugging. You're plugging something that doesn't even exist yet.
No, it exists. It just hasn't been posted yet.
Again, it is not even publicly available.
Well, it's better to talk about that than about all this like pointless dragging.
It's more interesting than dragging this thing through the trench. But we are going to start recording the Dead Space 2 commentary literally minutes after this happens. So stay tuned for that.
And for now, continue watching Part 4 with our past selves.